Hello everyone, my name is David. Today we are going to take a look at another horrible case with you. This is a story from Jamshedpur, Jharkhand. In Jamshedpur there was a powerful and influential family, and one of its members was Malkin Singh. He was a well-known figure in the area, having served as a local leader, member of the Legislative Assembly, MLA, and a respected personality. The family held significant influence and prestige in the city. On June 29, 2022, some miscreants entered the house and shot Kanhaiya Singh, a prominent member and brother-in-law of Malkin Singh. Kanhaiya Singh succumbed to his injuries and passed away. His brother-in-law, a powerful leader with immense authority in the city, was deeply affected by this incident. The murder sparked widespread outrage and discussions throughout the city. The locals were well aware of what could happen when a relative of a powerful leader is murdered. There were concerns about retaliation, gang wars, and further bloodshed. Even the police were apprehensive about the possibility of violence escalating due to the murder. As protests began to erupt daily, pressure on the police mounted to capture the culprits who killed Kanhaiya Singh. The public demanded swift action, urging the authorities to arrest and punish the killers as soon as possible. Then other leaders also started a protest, blocked the roads, and joined Malkin Singh. All the leaders from the party Malkin Singh was associated with also came forward in his support. Now, protests were taking place in Jharkhand, and prominent leaders from Jharkhand stood with Malkin Singh. They supported him in the protests, pressuring the police to find the killers as soon as possible. Malkin Singh even announced a reward, offering 100,000 rupees to anyone who could provide information about the killers. This put even more pressure on the police, as the case was connected to the government, making it imperative to solve it quickly. The police then began their investigation into the case. When the police started investigating, their first step was to question Kanhaiya Singh's family members. Despite thorough questioning, no evidence or information surfaced to indicate who might have planned to kill Kanhaiya Singh or carried out the murder. With no leads, the police decided to rely on technology to track down the killers. Kanhaiya Singh lived in an area called Adityapur in Jamshedpur, and the murder had occurred at his house. Kanhaiya Singh had security guards at his residence, but they had no chance to protect him. The killers came, murdered him, and fled from the house. The police thought, let's start the investigation from his house. So they began their investigation with the CCTV cameras installed there. They checked all the CCTV cameras in and around the house. While reviewing the footage, the police happened to find something significant. In one of the footages, they saw a man running very quickly, almost sprinting. When the police compared the timing of this man's running with the time of Kanhaiya Singh's death, they noticed that both times were very close to each other. This led the police to suspect that this man could be the murderer. There were some additional shadows visible in the footage, but the camera captured only this man clearly. However, the image of the man was slightly blurry because it was nighttime and his face wasn't entirely visible. Despite this, the police were convinced that he was the killer. The witnesses' statements about the time of the murder matched the time frame in which this man was seen running. The police then took all the footage and worked to enhance its quality. They are now reanalyzing the footage to identify the person, understand why he was running, and gather more details about his actions. And when the footage was enhanced to improve its quality further, an image came to light. This image gave the police their first breakthrough in the case. The man seen in the CCTV footage was identified as a criminal named Nikhil Gupta. Upon checking Nikhil Gupta's background, the police discovered that he was a hired assassin, someone who kills people for money. Now, the police started investigating why Nikhil Gupta would kill a former MLA's brother-in-law. What kind of enmity could he have had with the victim? Or was he hired by someone else to carry out the murder? The investigation was ongoing, but the police had not yet apprehended Nikhil Gupta. Meanwhile, the police were also probing the motive behind the murder. On the other side, protests were taking place. To calm the situation, the police informed the victim's family that they had caught the murderer and even disclosed his name as Nikhil Gupta. However, the family was not convinced. They believed it to be a larger conspiracy involving not just a killer, but a planned plot. In the midst of this, Malkhan Singh announced a reward of 100,000 rupees for anyone providing information about the murderer. Following this, the police traced Nikhil Gupta's phone location from the day of the incident. They discovered that the phone's location matched the crime scene. Upon further investigation of call details and location tracking, they found out that Nikhil Gupta had fled the city and was now in Varanasi. When the police were checking Nikhil Gupta's call details, they found something significant. On the day the murder took place, a particular number repeatedly called Nikhil Gupta, or he called that number. The two were in frequent contact. When the police traced the details of this number, they discovered it belonged to a young man named Rajbir. This finding prompted an investigation into Rajbir's identity. The police learned that Rajbir lived in the neighborhood of Kanhaiya Singh. Further inquiries revealed that Rajbir was the boyfriend of Kanhaiya Singh's daughter, Aparna Singh. They had studied together in school, where Aparna was in the 8th grade and Rajbir was in the 10th grade. Their friendship gradually turned into love. After completing school, both went to college, and their relationship continued. Since Rajbir lived next door to Kanhaiya Singh, the affair eventually came to his attention. Kanhaiya Singh was furious upon learning about their relationship. He scolded his daughter and also summoned Rajbir to his house multiple times to reprimand him. However, despite the warnings, Aparna and Rajbir refused to end their relationship, continuing to meet and talk to each other. When Kanhaiya Singh discovered this again, he grew even angrier. He called Rajbir to his house alone, threatened him, and scolded him harshly. Eventually, Kanhaiya Singh started threatening Rajbir's family as well. Kanhaiya Singh used to say that if their son did not stop associating with or talking to his daughter, he would kill their entire family. Rajbir's family was terrified of him because they knew he came from an influential and powerful family. His brother-in-law was extremely powerful, and they, being simple and poor people, felt helpless against them. They realized they could neither oppose him nor risk their son's life. They feared that if their son did not comply, their lives would be in real danger. To protect themselves, Rajbir's family decided it was best to leave the area. They sold their house and moved far away. However, despite the distance, Rajbir and Aparna continued to stay in touch and love each other. Their bond remained strong. Rajbir's family repeatedly warned him, saying, "The path you are on is dangerous for you. The girl's family is not good. They are very powerful and can harm us or even kill us. We are not against your love, but this is not the right family for you to associate with." After hearing his family's concerns repeatedly, Rajbir began to understand their perspective. He realized that his love for Aparna might bring harm to his family. With a heavy heart, he told Aparna, "We should stop talking to each other. Let's end our relationship here for the sake of our families." So one day, Aparna sent Rajbir a video. When Rajbir started watching the video, it showed Aparna holding rat poison in her hand. In the video, she was saying, "You cannot leave me. If you leave me, I will consume this poison and end my life. If you're not in my life, I don't want to live. And if you don't want to see me die, you will not end this relationship. You will not stop talking to me." When Rajbir saw this video, he was extremely scared. He thought, "Aparna's family is already against me, and if she does something to herself, her family will definitely not spare my family. They might even harm them, blaming me for her death." Out of fear, he changed his decision and told Aparna, "Okay, I won't leave you." After that, Rajbir started talking to Aparna again, meeting her regularly. However, things escalated when Aparna's father began threatening Rajbir and his family. He warned him, "If your son doesn't stay away from my daughter, I will harm your entire family." Hearing this, Rajbir became extremely distressed. He started imagining all kinds of negative scenarios. Worried about his family's safety, he started contemplating how long this situation could continue and what might happen if Aparna's father, Kanhaiya Singh, carried out his threats. In his desperation to find a solution, Rajbir kept searching for a way out. During this time, he met Nikhil, who introduced himself as a shooter. Rajbir shared everything about his situation with Nikhil, explaining how he loved Aparna, but her father was unwilling to accept their relationship. Rajbir's dilemma and his love story had become well known in the entire area by this point. When Rajbir told this to Nikhil, Nikhil also said, "I am very troubled by Kanhaiya Singh too, and I also want to settle scores with him." Rajbir asked, "Why do you want to settle scores with him?" Nikhil replied, "Whenever I go to his area, he always catches me, scolds me, and threatens me not to come there. He has humiliated me many times in front of many people, and I want to take revenge on him for that. Now." Two people with the same mindset came together with the plan to get rid of Kanhaiya Singh. They started planning their actions. When the police learned about this, they traced Nikhil's phone and found that he was in Benares, while Rajbir was located at a farmhouse in Kolkata. The police formed two teams. One was sent to Benares and the other to Kolkata. One team brought Nikhil from Benares and the other brought Rajbir from Kolkata to Jamshedpur. Initially, both tried to mislead the police with irrelevant statements, but eventually they confessed to their crime. They admitted that they were the ones who killed Kanhaiya Singh and revealed everything, confirming that they were the culprits. But still, the matter was being escalated. Malcolm Maan Singh had announced a reward for anyone who could uncover the real killer and the truth behind the case. People believed that there was a major conspiracy involved, saying this couldn't be such a simple and straightforward murder. As tensions rose, people started threatening the police. Under pressure, the police decided to interrogate both suspects again. During questioning, the police asked Rajbir, "You loved her, didn't you? You're from a respectable family. While we understand Nikhil has a criminal background, you had other options. You could have secretly married her or eloped with her. But why did you kill her father?" In response, Rajbir shared a story that shocked the entire city of Jamshedpur. Rajbir revealed that he had met Aparna in school, and their love story began there. Their relationship continued through college and beyond. When Aparna's father, Kanhaiya Singh, found out about their relationship, he threatened them. Kanhaiya Singh was adamant about marrying Aparna off to someone else and refused to let her marry Rajbir. However, Aparna was firm in her decision. She would marry Rajbir and no one else. A few weeks prior, it was Aparna's birthday, and the family celebrated it with great enthusiasm. Kanhaiya Singh had been confident that Rajbir would eventually be forgotten, and he planned to marry Aparna off to a suitable match. After the birthday, the family believed that everything had returned to normal. But Aparna had other plans. She knew that as long as her father was alive, her dream of marrying Rajbir could never come true. One day, Aparna confided in Rajbir, reminding him of a video she had once sent him. In the video, she had said, "If you leave me or if anyone comes between us, I will consume poison and die, and we won't spare anyone who tries to separate us. We will kill them too." Aparna said that the wall between our relationship is my father, and if we remove him from our path, we can get married. Meanwhile, Rajbir also felt that it was because of her father that his father had insulted him and his family, and he wanted revenge for that. So he agreed to her plan. During this time, Rajbir met Nikhil, who said, "Don't worry, I'll shoot him, but I'll need a pistol or a gun for the job." Then they met a boy who was a miner, had connections in Patna, through which they managed to procure a gun. The planning started on June 19th, 2022. Aparna told Rajbir that her father would be in Sonpur for work and would be alone, making it easier to execute their plan. On the same day, Nikhil, Rajbir, and the miner boy set out for Sonpur. Aparna herself provided the group with her father's location. Nikhil Gupta agreed to do the job but demanded 5,000 rupees and a bottle of liquor as payment. Aparna also gave her diamond ring to Rajbir, saying, "Keep this with you, and if Nikhil asks for more money, give him this ring." When they reached Sonpur, they saw a crowd at the location and realized they couldn't kill Kanhaiya Singh there. They decided to drop the plan and returned home. Aparna assured them, "Don't worry, I'll keep informing you when my father is alone so you can shoot him." Days passed and then June 29th arrived. Aparna informed them that her father would be attending a function and would return late at night. She instructed them to shoot him at that time. On the night of June 29th, Aparna hides Nikhil and Rajbir at her house, calling them over in advance. As soon as her father arrives and is walking up the stairs, Nikhil Gupta pulls out a pistol and shoots him. Kanhaiya dies and they flee the scene. Meanwhile, it was later revealed that some of the protesters who were pressuring the police to catch the killers had their own sons involved. Then the truth of Aparna came out. At first, no one believed it, but when the police found all the evidence, including the diamond ring that belonged to Nikhil Gupta, it became clear. The evidence was enough to prove the involvement of many people in the crime. The police then went to Aparna's house, arrested her, Nikhil, Rajbir, and the underage boy who was involved in the incident. So with that, the Kanhaiya Singh murder case comes to an end right here. If you appreciate our efforts, like and share this video. If you haven't subscribed, do so now. Thank you.